All right. So we're on.
We'll come up with a goddamn name, and we'll come up with a...
It's not.
I think
It's not the Four Horsemen. Because
Welcome to the Four Horsemen.
Not the name because
All right,
we're
there.
all married men.
Yeah,
There's
we
only
are.
3 of us. There's a lot of problems with that name, and I feel like that's too generic of a name.
Yeah, that's why I like the
Also-
Killer Threes.
The Killer 3 is a little inside. I don't know why that's a little inside compared to other names of the possibilities. I'm okay with. I don't know, a more off the wall kind of a name. More, but like I said,
You want to
like I
go
said,
with Off the Wall? That's the name. Off the Wall.
I think no, that's more of a.
Hi, I'm Grant. By the way, I'm Grant.
Oh, are we doing? Oh, we're go.
Are we doing real names?
Hold on,
Like,
go.
wait.
My name's not Grant.
Yeah.
You're the guy in the center. I feel like you should actually start us
Yeah, you.
All right,
yeah.
so
in
let's-
some way. So,
So this is not Grant. And
Not
that's,
Grant.
And that's not Julian.
hi.
And I'm sure shit not Greg.
Yep.
Right.
All right. Now that you got that out the way, we're going to sit here and talk about the shit we always talk about, and that's some wrestling.
And I'm gonna get this out of the way too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that this is gonna turn into. I'm just gonna make Julian try to convince me on why I need to start watching wrestling again.
Oh, we the Threebirds.
I
The
once
Threebirds?
said- I once
We're
said
the Threebirds.
for
Yeah.
6
The
episodes.
The fabulous Threebirds.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's look it up.
Look it up.
The fabulous Threebirds. That actually,
That's not bad.
shit.
Yeah, that's all right.
Fuck, that came out of nowhere, like
All right.
just off the text.
We're gonna.
Nope.
It's gonna be cool. So
That
instead
is
of
what we are right now.
We are
All
the
right, sweet.
fabulous
As of
Threebirds.
right now,
fabulous
we're the
three
fabulous
birds.
Threebirds.
Heck yeah! So Confederate flag shirt
No,
on its way,
no,
guys.
no.
You ready? All right.
All right.
Do you want to do an actual introduction?
Yeah, welcome to the fabulous Threebirds.
I'm not Grant.
And I'm not Greg.
And I am not Julian.
Are you sure?
No.
Welcome back. We are the fabulous Threebirds. I'm not Greg.
I'm not Grant.
I am not Julian. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed off. I'm pissed off at China for my microphone. I'm pissed off at I'm pissed off at a lot of things.
Who's pissed off?
Julian. Pronouns, pal. I'm pissed off that we use so many fucking pronouns. I listen to the podcast. You can't jump into our podcast sometimes. You don't know who not that people join mid-show, but let's say some random human out there was like, Spotify, oh, look at my finger. And they go halfway through. We're always like, yeah, they suck. And man, he was terrible. Who's they? Who's he? Start the show. Are we still starting?
Yes,
I'm
we're
ready.
in. We're in the show, man. We're in the
Listen,
show.
man. Listen.
Let's go.
Where do you want to begin?
Just
Oh,
go. You
just
can
be-
just go.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man.
Well, Wednesday they decided to run a little. They decided to get a little creative. They decided to run a little angle.
And this is Wednesday AEW Dynamite, right?
Yeah,
Wednesday
remember your
AEW Dynamite pronouns. That's a day. Well, they did a lot of things, but maybe we should go in a chronological order and then get to that. Although I can't say there was Joey Gargano coming back and everybody trying to pretend it fucking is a big deal was sort of annoying on
Who?
Did
Raw.
he just call him
Jo-
Joey?
He called him Joey Gargano.
Yeah. Was he got a different name?
Well, Johnny, his name.
Oh God! All right. Well, that tells you. Yeah. No, fuck him. Joey Gargano sucks. No, no, he does. Johnny Gargano is not that. I don't know. He was like, oh, my dream come true. It's like, dude, you've kind of been in the same ring the whole time. It's like, oh, I'm on the show on Monday. It's like, I don't know what his like look on his face was expressed. What was that joy? And was he actually hearing a pop? Because I don't think he was. And I don't know. It's just he's good at doing that mechanical WWE entrance. Maybe they trained him well. But I don't know. unless he's in a blood feud with Tommaso Ciampa, I don't think I'm all that interested in seeing what he does.
So
What else happened?
there's multiple things that happened on Monday Night Raw. So it starts off with since they're in Toronto, it starts off with Trish Stratus coming out. And when you said did he have a pop?
I'm trying to keep my anger,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
seeing her
But
made me happy.
yeah, but the thing is, it was
Didn't
Toronto
seem
was
to make that crowd happy.
Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
did. I don't understand that. Like it was not hot crowd for her, and she paused. She did the pause that you do when the crowd is just way too much for you right now, and you just got to pause and let them settle down. She did that
Yeah.
pause with no one saying shit, so it was a very
Right.
uncomfortable
Oh,
pause.
yeah. That's what Gargano did too.
No, Gargano had people actually making noise.
Oh, well.
Not in Julian's house. He was sitting there going, "Who is this? Joey Gargano?"
Yeah, he's
Joey
like
Gargano, mute.
No, all he did was hook up his audio system, and that's why he didn't hear anything.
Well, yeah, that's why. Yeah,
yeah. Good one. Oh yeah, good one. Yeah.
Yeah, is that anger back?
He's like Jesse Gargano. Who is that?
Lucky Plano. No, hold on.
Why do I keep forgetting Aaliyah is fucking Ray's
Smoke
daughter?
Show. Oh, it is Ray's daughter.
Yeah,
That's not Ray's daughter.
That's what they just said.
What?
No,
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not even the right.
Another girl.
Okay, well, they just fucked up.
Aaliyah's from Toronto.
Well, that's what I thought.
She went to George Brown College.
What is George? Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, that's in Toronto. Okay.
Yeah, I guess they have schools up there. I don't know.
Well, yes, they call them university. Instead of saying I'm going to the 9th grade that you do in the United States, they say grade 9.
Right.
Grade 10.
Yeah. No, I know. They also
Yeah.
spell color with a U. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they didn't win their independence.
Whoa, Jesus.
I know.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, though? It's kind of like they were like, we'll be a little independent, even though that's not their voice. Right?
I was like, what is that?
Yeah, no, we'll still kind of, we'll say a bunch of stuff that involves the Queen, and then their voice changed from that into, hey, oh man, I can't do Canadian this morning. I don't know, but they're just like, hey, well, no, that's more like New York. They're like, hey, put another Foster's on the barbie. Wait, no, that's Australian.
Foster's on the bar. Okay,
on. What do they drink? Oh wait, they have crappy beer and they want to pawn it off like it's good.
They have Labatt.
Blue. Oh, it's so bad.
Okay.
Oh, it's so bad.
To anyone listening to us in Canada, if we so happen,
this is my way of finding out if anybody's listening to us in Canada.
I mean,
fucking hosers.
Oh wow, he's got all the heat. Okay, so we're doing that. All right. So Aaliyah is not Ray's daughter.
Aaliyah is not Ray's kid. No.
Then he really fucked up and said that, like on TV.
Well, what's his actual daughter's name? Because maybe
there's 2 Aaliyahs, and he's referring to the one.
Yeah, she got beat up or something too, right? So the one
Iria?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's referring to. They're just both names. Okay, that makes sense then. That's better. Because I was like, I don't see it. I'm looking at this girl going, I don't see it. How is this?
She's a Syrian and Iraqi girl of Syrian and Iraqi descent.
Who, Aaliyah?
Aaliyah's name is, here's how you say it, Noof al-Aribi. It's spelled Nhooph is her first name. So, yeah. Noof.
Okay.
Noof?
Yeah, I was about to say she's sitting here wrestling Bailey, and I was going to say that Bailey looks more like Ray's daughter than Aaliyah does, but
I don't think we should do it.
Bailey's from San Diego, so it could be.
Oh, Wait a minute. Ooh, that age is about the right age. You know, I thought I was seeing an illegitimate child of Bo Jackson in a place downtown. Just about the right age, about the right time that old Bo was knowing everything around here back in the day. And Ray's been in the 619. I mean, for crying out loud, he's got so much product with that area code on it
Mhm.
that you know
He is
he's become.
legitimately trying to stick Rey Mysterio as the father of Bayley right now because
He was
of
born
the
in
time.
1994. I don't know.
We apologize, folks. Julian has completely lost it because of his sound system and microphone to do the podcast. It failed. It failed this morning, and he hasn't been able to recover from this.
He has
Have you ever, guys? Have you ever set a sound system down for your podcast, permanently set up all week, and then you go about your business? You do your work all week, and then you come back the following Sunday morning, and you think, I'm gonna podcast. Here we go. Push this, and then something changed, and now you don't have time to kill the gremlin, so to speak. But there was a gremlin in my house, and when my wife wakes up, if she does, I'm gonna give her an earful.
Yeah, I think it's your wife's fault. I think she's sabotaging you.
She's like, Julian,
Oh,
this podcast, I heard what you said last week on this podcast about Tony Stark. I am going to kill you, or at least I'm going to kill your son. So,
Oh,
that's an authentic. That's what my voice, my wife's voice sounds like.
so let's get into Raw. A lot has happened this past week, and Julian is about to go on a very long tirade about the ignorance that happened in AEW. But if you start off the week and you look at Raw, we had Trish Stratus come out. It's Toronto. The crowd is and she said some things, and they went and then Bayley and I mean, like Bayley comes out with Io Sky and
Oh,
Dakota
yeah.
Kai and
Yeah.
Soleil Moon Fry and like all these people show up and and then here comes Bianca Belair and then here's Alexa and Asuka. So you have all these women in the ring and Toronto doesn't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
And
Greg, can you tell me why Bianca was out there?
Instant pop type thing. Like it seemed like they were trying to figure out the crowd, and they were like, somebody's in the back going, "Send out Bianca." Like,
yeah.
I mean, I know they have figure what the crowd was.
They have the match coming up at Clash, but like, it should have been like this is for the tag team. Like I didn't understand why they went into the tag team match right afterwards. Like because Bianca threw it off. Like it should have just been Asuka and Alexa, right?
Well, did that came out? Yeah. Because then the segment would have worked. The segment, there would have been continuity in the segment from segment to segment. Here's the deal. If you're going to do that and you're going to have Bayley and them come out there on Trish Stratus, either Trish Stratus is getting her ass beat or this is for naught. So you might as well let them jump Trish Stratus and then comes Asuka and Bayley, Asuka and Alexa.
Yeah.
They come out to save Trish Stratus. And then you start the match if you had to.
Yeah, and then you keep Trish out there like in their corner, and then you have Bayley on the other side.
Correct. That's what you do there. You don't do this stand in the ring. Oh, it feels like home. I'm happy to be home. And not just home in Toronto, just home. Home all in the ring. Home in between these ropes. Home.
Actually, she did get a pop when she took off her jacket.
Well, yeah, because that's the pervs going boobies.
Yeah.
I mean, damn. It's like,
sorry, but that offends me.
Because Julian, that's what Julian did.
was like, puppies, right? Didn't your
Pretty
like
much.
inner king go? Because she's the original. Well, who was the original puppies?
Deborah.
It was Deborah technically because shit, man, didn't Jared actually say it first? I don't know. I don't recall. I thought it was Jarrett said it in reference, and then King kept it alive. I don't know. We'll go into that some other time. I'm pretty sure
We'll have a puppies episode.
Yeah.
We gotta tune in for that.
Yeah, we need video for that one, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ooh, something else that can go wrong. Sweet. So
Can you imagine us getting sued by WWE? Like you put all your footage, all of our footage on your little podcast show and then put it on YouTube. You didn't think we were gonna come after you, and we're just
Right.
like, they're just puppies.
They're just puppies.
look, I know it'll be a swerve.
I mean,
Total swerve.
that'll be hilarious though. So I'm sitting here looking. So now why is Aaliyah crying? We don't know you.
I'm guessing it's because she's in Toronto on Monday Night Raw. I noticed that she was crying the whole fucking time.
Okay.
Oh,
My God. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? You mean to tell me that sorry, folks, I'm actually watching, like I saw SmackDown and I saw the travesty of justice that is AEW, but I didn't get a chance to see Raw yet. And at the time that we were recording Raw, I'm actually watching this bullshit. And they did not just come back from commercial from Bailey beating Aaliyah to Ciampa and Miz already in the ring.
Oh yeah, they were already in the ring, guys.
Oh my God.
Somebody with one of the better entrances is already in the ring.
Are you fucking kidding me? Just so you can get through Lashley's entrance?
Yeah.
That's taking too fucking long? How did they do that? How did they actually flip Lashley to be a face and then keep the same song that he had when he was a heel?
I don't know. I am
dope.
mind boggled by how they flipped Lashley and made people care about him without MVP.
I think that was he needed a heel manager to even begin to make him a heel because he just naturally, strangely enough, he's the biggest, most nicest mutant looking man on the planet. Basically, he really is personality wise like the opposite of Lesnar, as far as being standoffish and whatever conceived as being, Lesnar's not considered a nice guy, right? And Lashley is, and it's like you just cannot get the guy to be a mean heel to save his life, but so I don't know. I just think it's organic that he's a baby face.
Wow. I'm just looking at it. You got Lashley and AJ Styles.
I mean, he's on the Raw website, the banner ad, smiling. For instance.
Well, they
Bobby
flipped
Lashley
AJ
smiled.
too at this point.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
AJ's a good guy now.
I think he's a terrible heel. I think he's a terrible heel. I think he's absolutely terrible in that role.
But what do you do with him?
I don't know. Nothing.
With AJ?
Yeah, with
Ride
AJ.
him off the sunset.
With AJ Styles. Thank you for reminding me, Grant. What do you do with AJ Styles?
AJ Styles. What do you do with AJ Styles?
Well, they had a good thing going with Finn, but when they pulled the trigger on Judgment Day, they fucked that up. So I don't, because there's still something that we had that needs to be done with him and Finn, right? Like a full run.
I'm the leader of the Bullet Club. I'm the leader of the Bullet Club.
Well, they're also like the only people at WWE that can claim that anyways. So like, I don't know if they go with a Bullet Club angle. I don't think they do. But
hold on, the leader of the Bullet Club is Jay White, and he went over like Rover on AEW TV and then never showed up again. So.
Yeah, I think the Bullet Club thing's kind of like, at least for American audiences, I don't know.
Dead.
Yeah.
Bullet Club's dead. Oh, Ciampa, good drop kick.
But for AJ, I mean,
Styles.
I don't know. I think that he needs at least one more run.
Mm-hmm.
He needs at least 2 more runs because I don't think his story is complete. The great work he did with the great work he did with John Cena and Roman.
Yeah.
I think that was just the beginning to me. That wasn't like, oh, that's the best we're going to see out of AJ. No,
Right.
AJ has a lot in the tank, really he does. And
Well, what's that whole thing that everybody talks about is that when Flair was in WCW, like they're the same age, aren't they?
probably at this age, yeah, probably like 30,
Piper.
like
he's
40.
like the same age as Piper.
And if AJ's still going the way that he's going, like he has a lot more in him.
Right.
It's just kind of, I thought they did okay with the almost thing, giving him something else to do, but like they need to put him back in to the picture somehow. It's just they have a Roman problem. That's the thing, is that once Roman is beatable, then you have more stories. But right now, Roman's, he has a hold of everything.
Correct.
Yeah. Definite Superman complex, which is ironic for his move that he does.
Yeah.
Well, they figured it out. I'm never gonna shit on the Roman.
No, it's just it's dampening the champion, the world picture, or the universal whatever.
Yeah, because they shot
now it's
themselves
just
in the
who's
foot.
next for Roman.
Right, they shot themselves in the foot when they took out the Intercontinental and the U.S. Heavyweight. They don't mean shit anymore. Like you could literally have Roman be doing what he's doing right now, and nobody chasing for that world title or universal title or both of them together, however you want to put it. You could have had all of these people. AJ could be the goddamn Intercontinental champion right now and be a damn good Intercontinental champion.
Yeah.
But you got the belt not meaning any goddamn thing.
No,
nobody gives a shit about him.
I did like the stare. I mean, for me not being the biggest Sheamus fan, I didn't mind the stare down with Gunther.
That was amazing to me.
And
you
the
got
whole
all this shit happening.
Like, dude, the fact that they have Butch, just like there's a guy that his only job is to hold Butch back.
Yeah, that's what he gets paid to do.
Yeah, is hold Butch back.
And he just sat there. You had Butch just running around, and all I could hear every time Butch is running around is like one of those little dogs, those dogs that you hate. Where you're like,
oh yeah. That's what he is. And I love the fact, I don't know whose call it was to have them stare at each other while there was a fight going on around them.
Yeah, I don't know whose call that was. That if that was a Triple H call, great call, because you had all this fighting, and they're damn near about to run into both of them, and they did not break that stare. And the stare works. The stare works more for Gunther.
Yeah.
The stare works more for Gunther than it does for Sheamus. Like the stare from him was like, oh, this is close to the stare Drago had on Rocky. Like it was, there's nothing in those eyes. Like you go, holy shit. So it was great to see that. I was like, this is awesome. And then Pat
I jumped ahead to SmackDown there, but
yeah. Oh, we could jump all around because once he gets going on AEW, that's the remainder of the show.
Okay.
Well, now. Okay. Well, what the hell even happened on SmackDown? SmackDown even on this week? I don't even know.
Yeah. The weird thing was that there was no Liv Morgan. There was no ladies championship, but they
thank God.
A lot of it was taken up by the tag tournament.
Right.
Because they had two different matches.
The tag ladies, the ladies tag. Now I liked the fact that Io's my highlight for Raw as far as a match or any kind of whatever interaction was Io Sky against Asuka, which I'm watching them actually right now. Quick clip. They went extra hella plaid speed for a minute, so it was pretty hectic finish. But I don't know. This is good. I also don't understand. Io is this faction almost doesn't make sense again because they present them in one way and then another way, right? Like Io's kind of a heel. I don't know what's going on. She's definitely very happy and smiley and got some kind of a. goofiness to her.
I
Well, I
don't
think-
like you.
I mean, I
Yeah.
I hate to say it this way, but isn't that mostly how Japanese characters are represented?
Yeah, but is that right? Is that what we should be doing? I'm not sure. I don't know. But there is general. Okay, so like I always put it like this. Like she did a thing that, she just moved around in a funny way. And then of course we've all seen have we all seen when Andre the Giant worked Japan, he would do the funny little dance. You ever
No.
see him do the No. But you haven't seen Andre the Giant's Japanese wrestling dance thing he does?
I have not.
Okay. Wow. Oh, all right. Let's
Wait,
go here.
time out. I'm watching this AJ match, right? Who's the guy in that just came out of the crowd and tried to pull a whatchamacallit?
Oh, I don't know
Dexter
who that
move.
is. I don't know who that is.
Because it sure as shit ain't Dexter. Because Dexter's on the other side.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's another NXT person.
Okay. Just wondering. Just wondering. Yeah, just wondering.
Which
okay.
I think Dexter showed up on NXT this week and tried to rekindle his relationship with his wife.
Yes, they did rekindle their relationship.
So like Dexter's all over the place.
Dexter is the number one superstar in the WWE roster.
I mean, he's got the look. I like him.
He's always had the look, and he's always had the actual manner. Remember when I said he's the closest thing to Austin that they have?
Yeah.
He is. He is not personality, not marketability. I'm saying, like, if you watched him in the ring, the movements are similar. The movements are very, very, very similar. So if they can figure out how to market Dexter, and if they can figure out how to market Dexter without him ever having to talk, that'll be fucking amazing. Yeah, that'll be amazing.
I mean, he's already gotten married. He's moving along in his life pretty well for not talking.
Yeah. I just saw the clip and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? So I don't know if obviously he's got to be some type of wrestler, but because they took him out very nicely.
The only thing that I was confused about was that, like, so they tried to trick you, right? And they brought that other guy in, and it's like, that's not Dexter. Right. But then, like, Dexter's wearing a full goddamn SWAT outfit, and, like, you would never see that in an arena.
Especially down on the front row.
Yeah, like, they went too far with it. Like, I thought, I don't know.
Yeah, AJ is looking confused. He was like, I didn't get the memo. I thought that guy was trying to take my head off. Who is that guy? Corey Graves is killing me right now. This is freaking ridiculous.
Once again, if there was a live kidnapping in front of you, no one would react how AJ did.
There's been a lot of kidnappings in wrestling. That's one thing that I would get rid of. All the abductions and kidnappings and
zombies.
Yeah, I would get rid of all the felonies and the zombies.
All the zombies.
Right. It's good not to to forget that. Yeah. I can't find this damn clip of him doing this dance. So what they did, man, if you played any of the old school N64 games, they programmed this little dance into it's a weird gestulation that Andre the Giant does. And it's like it was something he would do in Japan, but for some reason it got a heat. Or it got heat. It got a heat? It got a reaction. It got a pop. But I can't find a clip of it. But there are short clips of him doing this dance. It's Afro Andre the Giant, so it's like early '80s, late '70s Andre the Giant. If you've never seen him in his match with Andre the Giant against like Stan Hansen, he's got a good one. He's got one with Antonio Inoki with all the pomp and circumstance. And if you want to see Andre moving around, watch his stuff in Japan because he could really move around and work. And it was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right. So how do we get on Andre the Giant?
because Io Sky was doing Andre in
Wow,
Japan.
that's how you connected that.
Destination.
Gotcha.
Because
Now I
they're
tried to
goofy dance, and because they work goofy. We're trying to understand Eastern
who works
style.
goofy?
All the Japanese like ladies, and they do weird shit here, and Asuka does weird shit. But then I'm saying it's not just the ladies. Historically, some people, even legends like Andre the Giant, believe they got to do a little extra jig.
Holy smack!
know?
Oh my god, Julian! At the top of the hour, it's Joey Gargano.
God. Yeah.
With an actual crowd response.
Yeah.
So they won though, right? The Io Sky, and that was a win. They won, right? They're moving on. They're going to possibly get the tag team title.
Yeah, they're in the finals.
No, they're going to wrestle Sasha and Naomi for the tag team titles.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I don't think even though every week I say that it's going to happen. I think they're going to let this play out, and then the first match, like the first what's the word? Title defense will be against Naomi and Sasha.
So you think they're going to let these girls, Dakota and Io, get them, and they're going to walk out on Raw or SmackDown, and they're going to be like, we told you, and that's my.
Oh my god! Oh my god! There's a New Zealand girl. There is a New Zealand girl and also a girl from America in
that. That's my Io right there. Remember, she literally just said that I don't like you.
Oh, I know. She flipped the script on Trish pretty quick. She was Trish's biggest fan too. She doesn't like her.
So you're saying they're going to be on somebody's camera and on TV, and then they're going to come out, and then the New Zealand girl's going to be like, yeah, there's nobody who's going to beat us, right? And so that's when Sasha and Naomi come out. I can believe it.
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
I can believe it. I can wholeheartedly believe that, because it depends on where you are between. Hell, if it's on, where do you want to do that at? You want to do that on SmackDown, or you want to do that on Raw? Because Fox
it's going to be SmackDown.
Oh, boo!
SmackDown, on Raw,
SmackDown has a Fox problem,
right? Fox problem.
Yeah, Fox problem. Fox. What I mean by that is all the great stuff Fox is going to want, and so therefore it's going to just really decimate Raw. Like,
well, I will
there
say,
won't ever be a mixture.
Give Fox whatever they want, because they also gave Pat McAfee a new toy this week, and I loved it.
Oh my god! And the toy he couldn't actually get going, and he was like, "Oh shit! Well, it's not doing it."
And he couldn't circle Corbin's head.
Yeah, it's literally where his monitor is, and the delay of the whatever the feed is. His head was not in that same spot.
I loved it, dude. I wasn't upset at all.
Oh no! The best part is hearing Michael Cole literally pop, and he's just fucking laughing while Pat McAfee's like, "Ah, Jesus! Look, okay, wait, it's over. It's not work. There it goes. There it goes." And you're just sitting there like, "Oh my god, Michael Cole is crying. He's freaking crying." So yeah, no. The Fox problem. When I say the Fox problem, I understand Fox gave them $1 billion. I got it. They get what they want. But I'm just saying you'll never get something like that on a Monday Night Raw, because Fox is going to have all the good stuff. So it makes me wonder, when Charlotte comes back, yes, I'm saying it, when Charlotte comes back, when the queen of all comes back, will she be on SmackDown or Raw? And I'm going to have to be honest, it's got to be SmackDown. So now all your heavy hitter women are in SmackDown. Decimates the Raw roster, because at some point in time, Bianca Belair goes, well, shit, that's the higher brand. Maybe I should want that belt.
Yeah.
I'm just calling it, because if you bring Charlotte back to Raw, you're saying two things, and one of them is definitely not true. And we all know Charlotte's the draw. So I don't know what to do without sitting there putting it that way, but it is what it is. I just, oh my God, Joey Gargano's talking. He's
Anyway, this is the least Triple H-y thing, or the most Triple H-y, obvious Triple H-y thing, that's happened. That I'm just kind of, this is where I roll my eyes, because Gargano to me was honestly the actual match stuff with Tommaso Ciampa was fine. I kind of found I wasn't fully along for the ride with their feud. I thought that when he turned on him, I've always thought this. Tommaso Ciampa's evil beatdown of Gargano, if you recall that, or can go back and watch it whenever that happened. I think it was just on the regular TV. It was so fucking long and like melodramatic, and it just reminded me why the greatest ever face, turn on your tag team partner ever was still to this day Michaels and Jannetty. And the big part of why is because it was an actual little surprise that it was an actual surprise, took us by surprise. Whether you saw some of the seedlings of it or not, it wasn't completely obvious he was going to turn, and it was short. And I just felt like the beatdown on Gargano was like 30 fucking minutes long. It never seemed to end, and it had a lot of really dramatic pauses. And Gargano was like holding him, like they were like they just got done, making sweet love or something. Is what a lot of these freeze frame pictures look like. You don't consciously like stare up at someone who is just beating you to death with a crutch or whatever and like make little sounds or do whatever. And the fact that it went on for so long and no one came out from the back, I just had a lot of problems with it. And then I started seeing all the holes in what Gargano does. And then for crying out loud, man, he is smaller than shit. And it's like it's Marco stunt level small to me. Like we don't have to get all the way down there to start asking, are we sure if this is a guy we should actually allow to be taken seriously in the ring at all? Unless you're pulling off some Spike Dudley's type of underdog shit, which he just wasn't. I don't know. It's I don't get it. His ring work is fine, but he's small, and then his facials are bad. I do agree with Cornette when they say Johnny same face. Once you see Johnny same face, you'll never stop seeing Johnny same face. It's the same face, whether he's being brutally beaten for 40 minutes by Tommaso Ciampa, who's going full Triple H, by the way. That was so Triple H of him. Nice long segment, lots of camera time, long pauses. The game.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, everything Triple H did was great. Remember when he was getting you to not watch wrestling? Do you remember that? I do. I remember when he started every show. He
For
had
20 minutes? For
he had
20
two
minutes of him
eras
talking?
of that. When he wasn't even in the ring all the time, he did that with the Authority. It was 30 minutes then, but it was 20 minutes when he was the champion, shitting on everybody every week, sucking up that TV time. Yeah. So anyway, not everything the man has done is gold, folks.
But that's the same for any fucking wrestler. Not everything everybody does is gold. And
I know
the Ciampa Joey Gargano story to me was one of the better stories that's been told recently.
Okay.
Wait, let me fix it before somebody goes, this is a fucking wrestling podcast. These fucking assholes don't even know his name is goddamn Johnny Gargano.
It's
yes,
Johnny.
We do. It's Johnny. If you're just tuning in, it's Johnny. We know it's Johnny. Okay, now we can proceed.
Yes, if you're just tuning in on your domestic radio. But anyway, that'd be awesome. We should get on the airwaves.
No, and it
And it also, I think it did a lot more for Ciampa than it did for Gargano, because like Gargano was always kind of the person you were looking at in that tag team. And then after that, like Ciampa became Ciampa, and we got Goldie because of that. Like it was amazing.
I do agree. It was good for his character. That's what I'm saying. It's like it was almost there. It was almost. I don't know. I just think that beatdown scene has always stuck with me as being kind of the problem with how that's done nowadays, because it's just so fucking long and it's not realistic. Like it loses. Give us something to work with in this wrestling thing. Something.
I think
Yeah.
that Gargano might, with the right creative, Gargano will do just fine.
Sure.
And I will always go back to the well and say Daniel Bryan.
Cool.
What's wrong with Daniel?
Well, what do you mean? Oh, well, hold on. What do you mean? Like,
well, he was little.
Oh, jeez.
What?
He was little?
Well, I'm saying, he is little.
But
this was also back in what, 2012 or 13 when he came in. Like if Daniel came in and you didn't know who he was, would you be excited about him?
I can't even put myself in that mind. I knew who the guy was, but maybe, I don't know. Like I know who Johnny Gargano is. Boy, I'm not excited. I don't know. I don't know. It falls flat. But that's the thing. Maybe that's now we can. Oh, let's discuss the differences. Besides, a skill gap. Although, if we're just at, it's not like Gargano can't work. He can work just fine. But part of working is also the facials. Dana Bryan could be a real heel and and make you think he's a bad. Like right now, he's in badass mode most of the time. He has gears, he can be funny or this or that. I don't think Johnny Gargano can make me laugh ever. I don't think he's ever going to make me laugh in my life. I don't think he's ever going to genuinely make me feel emotion for. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The beatdown. I go back to that because I've never watched a guy get his ass kicked for 30 minutes and been like, "Yeah, keep going, fuck him." Maybe he'll make a different face if you hit him again. And then,
then I'll even go back to, you didn't feel anything when you had the DIY and the Revival against each other?
Yeah, that was them, right? No, that was a good match. I mean, the matches are, that was a good match. I mean, he's had good matches. He's a pro wrestler. He's got something going enough to keep him, paid and signed, right? But I'm just saying he's missing all this other shit.
Well, maybe he'll learn it.
Maybe he will. Maybe he'll learn it from the game.
No, I mean, and I don't know. I mean, you're right though. You can have that, like, because I talked to Greg about it. The match he had with Ricochet was fucking god awful.
Ricochet.
So I mean, there's gonna be times where it doesn't work, but like, I don't know. Like, they kept Dana Brooke around.
They don't really use her right, but I don't want to get into that. So
how did whoa.
I got ideas.
I see clearly. Edge just came out.
Edge is 48 years old. I just want to point that out. And he did the main event of this match, and he's like one of the oldest looking 48-year-old people I've ever seen.
Are you serious? He's literally 48 and he looks like that?
48. Oh yeah, I mean his face. He's only got the age.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
he looks fine. Yeah,
he looks 58 years old in the face. Like,
yeah, he looks old in the face sometimes, right? It's like, dude, you gotta get like more beauty sleep or something, bro. You gotta like get some lotion. I have no idea.
Jesus Christ.
So anyway, are we done going to Canada with wrestling, or for the week or for the month? Can we go back? Can we come back to the States, please?
Okay, so he just buckle bombed him on the side of the barricade, and I don't know how you protect your lower back from that because he folded.
I don't know. They have extra padding and things like that. I've always been made a little queasy by because in my brief tenure as a wrestler, I did get hurt on the not hurt, but like I got thrown out during a battle royal and hit my lower back on the on like it was a shitty ring, and it had a non-padded part of the edge of the ring, the apron, if you will, and like all it is canvas, and then it hits wood. So there's wood right there. It wasn't like fully padded, and I had this like gnarly scrape and thing from that, and I don't know. It wasn't
Did you
anybody.
change your Did you change your facial emotions?
I had a genuine that fucking hurt emotion on my face. And it was nobody's fault. It's just, you go over and that's kind of you want to hit your hand down there and help yourself like kind of get out. You don't want to swing your ass down onto that. There's a little it's kind of fun to get thrown out of a ring. You can fling yourself. But it's really similar to when you do a little flippy over like a fence, right? And you get your stomach on the fence and you kind of flippy floppy yourself over. So you do that, but if you want, you can get the full 360 kind of, as Gorilla Monsoon would say, oh, 360.
Well, speaking of a
Yeah.
360, if you paid attention to the actual women's tag team gauntlet match, whatever the fuck that was on SmackDown, did you
Yeah.
notice that Nikki ASH when
Oh,
they did that god awful like spot off the top rope for no reason to the floor, her
Yeah.
foot wound up
Oh,
bending
yeah,
underneath her?
yeah.
oh no.
It didn't look
No.
good.
It didn't look good. And then you saw her selling it like, okay, I thought maybe that was her selling something after the move. But then when they did the replay, I was like, oh no, her foot is underneath her and she went and bent. And
Yeah.
it looked bad. It looked real bad. And then they kind of didn't actually talk about it or go to it.
No.
I know what you call it won, but
They need to break, like, after all this tag team stuff, they need to break Sonya off and give her something to do, because I'm a fan of her.
Sonya could be a good singles wrestler now that she has personality, now that she's not stuck to Mandy Rose's hip, now that she's actually done more in SmackDown than most of the women in that division. Like Sonya is the next. She's right there. You might as well just go ahead and call it and figure out what you want to do with her.
And she does that knee way better than Mandy did. Like, it looks more convincing.
Oh yeah. They
have a cupcake business together still. It didn't go under. They still have it. They make cupcakes, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Maybe
I
they
know.
got donuts too, right? Or is it donuts?
Yeah, it's donuts.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What is that? This weird ass choke slam. Okay. All right. Well,
wow, pronouns. Woo!
This weird ass choke slam.
I don't know what that is, Greg.
Yeah. that I just said it. I just said it. This weird ass choke slam.
Pronouns, pal.
And
Succotash.
And I'm looking at the Archer. Literally, he's got to do something with his eyes. He's looking for the ref for the 1-2. Like, you can hear it.
All right.
You can hear it. Like, why are you looking around for Charles Robinson on the 1-2 for your kick out?
Yeah, I thought when we got Ambrose out of there, like, that would have stopped, but it hasn't.
No, the Archer is very bad at it. Very, very bad at it.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep calling him the Archer.
Hold on. So just to run over SmackDown a little bit. So is Clash at the Castle this weekend? This upcoming?
No,
weekend?
it's next weekend.
It's next weekend, yeah.
I mean, like, that's what I mean. Like, we're doing this on the 28th. Is it on September 3rd?
Yeah, or second.
So that's
second or third. I don't know. They've been doing stuff on Saturday.
Third, yes, third would be Saturday.
Plus, they're also it's a different time. I forget what time it will actually be on here.
It'll be daytime.
Yeah,
which I think will be nice. No, there's been some. There was some fights that just were broadcast from London. A big heavyweight fight. And whenever they do these, and they just had a UFC a few weeks back from London, that was really, really entertaining. And I love the little, for our time zone, I love the little daytime on a Saturday kind of thing. That's all right for me. It's kind of fun. Good timing sometimes. Good to mix it up, I guess I should say. Um so they kind of it's sort of the go home. I guess they'll do one more. I assume they're doing SmackDown from somewhere in Great Britain next week. That's kind of weird. What time are they how are they doing this? Because again, the time zone changes. You're doing it on a Saturday. Or is this pay-per-view on a Sunday? Let's find out for real right now. Clash at the
Why he
Castle.
does that? The only other thing on SmackDown that really happened was the Sammy stuff.
Sammy with them, right, or whatever.
Yes, Sammy trying to prove because Roman sees something in Sammy in the bloodline. Oos.
First major stadium event in 30 years. That's kind of they mean UK stadium. They don't mean stadium. We've had stadium shows in 30 years. That's really worded weird, but I guess they mean it says WWE returns to the UK for its first major stadium event in 30 years. That's not true. Are we going to call all these WrestleManias and stadiums not stadium events? Why do they fuck with
Well,
the English
not
language?
in Europe.
Well, it doesn't. It's not. See, that's not how the sentence is written. It's WWE returns to UK for its first major stadium event in 30 years with WWE. So there's the it's there is referring to UK. I question the grammar.
Well, they're talking
Question
about
the
your
grammar.
most beloved pay-per-view. That's
You
SummerSlam
question
92.
the grammar
I
of
do.
Europe.
I think that's
Of
no,
Europe.
not of Europe, of that stupid sentence that WWE website wrote. I think that they should have edited that. Anyway, so Clash of the Castle is actually looking okay enough for me to watch on an afternoon. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern. It'll be on at noon, baby. And that's how you get your Gunter and your
Sheamus.
Gunter versus your Sheamus, which is fine. And then your Riddle versus Rollins, which is actually going to be really, I think that's going to be, come on, that's going to be just fine. The ladies stuff, it's three on three. What's going
Yeah.
on? Oh, it is 3-on-3. I thought they were going to take care of the title there. No, all right, whatever.
Nope.
All right. Well, it's going to be great because that's got all the, it's got the whatever the uh faction of some kind, the Bailey bunch, like the Bailey bunch against the babyface team, and a rehabbing Alexa Bliss, rehabbing her image. Liv Morgan against Shayna Baszler. I did see like little clips of Liv Morgan working on jujitsu at a jujitsu school with Matt Riddle, and I thought that was a nice little clip angle they were doing.
Oh, real
Right.
quick, can we talk about the fact that they're taking Shayna back to Shayna, which makes me happy as well?
You mean like her name?
Well, no,
Shayna
just the fact that she's actually like they're gonna
Like
take her
her.
seriously.
Yeah, no, she looks like a badass right here. And dude, she's got like major like Cristiano Cyborg vibes. Cyborg, the famous lady MMA fighter. She
Mhm.
kind of got those kind of vibes going on with her look and whatnot.
Yeah, there were two things I noticed this week that they did that with her, and then it looks like that Triple H walked up to his Nintendo system and just hit reset on Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens came out in the old NXT T-shirt.
Wow. Yeah. Well, he's done a lot. You can I don't know. I think Kevin Owens is one of their utility players who can do just about anything. Now,
I know, but there's
Drew
like
Mac,
little things that I noticed that make me happy.
well, here's one little thing I noticed that probably is a hangover from the graphics department of, this is probably made a while back or something, but the Clash at the Castle graphic, which is generally kind of cool. And I see what you're doing there with the dragons and how House of the Dragon just came out. I see what you're doing there. Also Wales, cool flag, one of my favorite flags. It's got a dragon on it. Anyway, Drew McIntyre has his sword in the graphic for the poster, if you will, for Clash of the Castle. So he's got his sword, which I really hope I don't know. Maybe this could be the end of the sword. it's like the only time when he should have ever come out with the sword was this pay-per-view. Right? And then I don't know. Can
Hey,
he
Greg.
stick it in the ground and it stays forever this time?
Hey, Greg.
Yep.
What's your favorite flag?
What?
Julian just told us what his favorite flag was.
I didn't say my favorite flag was the Wales flag. It's one of my favorite flags. Yeah.
Wow.
I like the Kazakhstan flag too. It's pretty cool if you haven't seen that. It's kind of new. It's that new shit. It's like, like remember when the NBA, like I remember when I liked the NBA, because I don't want to get into that, but I'm just not that into it. But I remember when I think it was like the 90s when they like really first noticeably changed a lot of graphics, and then they were like, let's do that for everybody. Whatever year they did that for everybody, every team, and it was just, and then they changed the jersey. When they changed the jersey from like the real jerseys that the Bulls were wearing when they were really playing basketball and the Bulls were winning to whatever thing they wear now, lame, lame.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm looking at the package at the beginning of NXT for this
Oh, I'm
week,
looking at the package already.
and Mandy Rose. This is what I was talking about. You give her reps in the ring, she's gonna be something.
Yeah.
They brought her up way too fucking fast and way too soon. Like she's actually learning her character right now and is doing a damn good job at it. And then
now the question is, do they bring her up with Toxic Attraction or do they just split them off?
I think they split them off. They split them off. Screw that. Let her keep getting reps. Like right now, by the time she comes up, she'll be ready to rock and roll on a main roster as well as in front of television.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, how long has she been champ at this point? Like, no one's talking about her and how long she's been champion.
Oh, she's hitting that Oscar range probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it just because she's Mandy? Like, no one is worried about her?
I think it's because it's NXT 2.0 and it's been ill received. And apparently the word is out official. Bruce Pritchard just came back to his own podcast. He's been doing he hasn't done a new podcast since all this shit's been going down.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of said without saying on there that he's sort of kind of in that head creative role as well right now. His job, he was being, I don't know. He's splitting a lot of the former McMahon duties. He's like definitely taking care of a chunk of that, right? Because his right hand man. Anyhow, it was revealed because people were wondering this whole time if Bruce Pritchard was the one responsible for the sort of schlockiness of NXT 2.0, and he hasn't written a single episode, and it's been all Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Michaels is the leader, right?
Yeah, but we're talking. Yeah, so Michaels is getting the creative, if for better or ill, and of course Bruce, such a company man. My God, sir. He says he likes NXT and everything they're doing. I just whenever I hear that from other people, like even when MJF was like doing his kind of shoot interview, and he was talking about it, MJF thought it was all Bruce Pritchard too when he did an interview with Ariel Helwani. And he was like, "Oh, I love NXT." Da, 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 da. Just a kind of it was like the most bullshit line I heard MJF say about it, but he's obviously very much lobbying for a job. That interview was also kind of the beginning, sort of the problems between him and old Tony Khan as well. Which it's when you go back and think about some of the things he said in that interview, including that he was trying to kiss the right butts on the way out, and sort of contract tamper himself, which there was accusations now of WWE contract tampering, which could turn into an actual lawsuit from AEW to WWE. So we got mad Attitude Era Monday Night War vibes without the ratings or general interest from the public.
It's Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell?
I'm looking at Indy Hartwell right now. She's wrestling.
Hey, we can look at Indy Hartwell.
Yeah.
All right. we're not doing this watch along style here. I will Google Indy Hartwell so I can just see her because I don't even know what she looks like. Oh, right. She's doing the thing with Dexter Loomis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. She floats your boat, finds your lost remote. Both of you guys? She does? Dude, I'm looking at like her Microsoft. I guess I'm a Microsoft Bing guy now.
Oh my
And
god.
It's
And
default, bro.
And you're wondering why all your shit don't work.
Yeah, no shit.
I would like to say
down
that I love Microsoft and I use Microsoft products on a regular basis. That was not me that disparaged Microsoft.
Yeah,
I don't. I fucking hate Microsoft, and I use Microsoft, and I fucking hate whenever I have to use Microsoft.
I've already discussed my hate of Windows 11 vehemently. I don't know what NASA computer you need to fucking run that fucking operating system, but apparently I don't have my what a slap in the face. Anyway, so she's Australian. Oh wow, I don't know shit about Indy Hartwell, y'all. I kind of zoned out on that. Whatever.
She just got her ass beat though, right? Like what the hell?
That's cool.
No, that's not cool. Who is this chick?
That's cool. That's cool. Okay.
All right, so let's get to AEW because
are we done with WWE?
We're done with that. I'm generally looking forward to the Clash of the Castle. What do you think, though? Let's get some.
I don't give two shits about the goddamn Clash at the Castle or anything. What is it? I don't care. What is it?
Oh,
it's just a money grab.
Yeah. It's the same as I never got excited about the Super Show or whatever the fuck the Saudi one was.
This is so different than that.
And how is it so different than that?
Because this is more of an event with actual like continuity going into it. They obviously jumped around.
Are they going to do the Castle continuity?
Like they didn't want the Saudi shows to be canon for like so many reasons, right? Those feel like super tapes. Those feel like whatever the fucks. This is a show. This is a pay-per-view. The UK pay-per-view.
Are they going to do the goddamn Clash at the Castle every year? Good Lord, man.
I think they should. Here's the thing, man. Right now in boxing and MMA, and now they're finally about to do a big show for the UK for pro wrestling. Like just in general, man, they've been like really awesome audiences, for all things that are in ring. And I think that they're gonna go over there. That crowd's gonna be hotter than shit. They're gonna be fun, and like I hope that they do go ahead and surprise everybody and put Drew over in some way, shape, or form. And then I don't know. I think it's gonna be. I think you're gonna be surprised. I think that it's a market that you gotta do more stuff in, and every single pay-per-view type business is going to the UK right now.
I think Mr. Cross will mess up that match in some way.
Maybe.
I don't care about the castle.
Man. Dragons, bro.
Yeah, I don't care about the castle. It is just like the Saudi
shout out
show
to House of Dragon. Shout out to Damian Targaryen. Anyway.
It is just like it's really Indy Hartwell is just dead on the side of the ring now.
Oh geez, let's go to Dynamite. Here we go. First of all,
I'm gonna take a nap real quick, Greg. I'll be back later.
Oh Jesus. Listen. Let me just say this about this show. First of all, overall, this was a good Dynamite. Yeah, I said it. It had, of course, two painful decisions made. But it started off with a match that I've been wanting to see, and Dax Hardwood continues his fucking. If you just haven't been watching Dax Hardwood this year, Harwood, it's not hardwood. It's Harwood.
Well, it clearly is for you.
Yeah, do you remember that match between Dax Harwood and
Joey Gargano
and Jeffrey Gargano
and Daniel Ryan?
Oh God, Ryan Danielson Garcia, Jesus Christ. Anyway, it started off with fucking Jay Lethal and Dax Harwood, dude, and this was a good match, and this is exactly what we've been wanting to see. I've been wanting to see these two have a match, but also just can we just start the show with fucking Jay Lethal, man? Like, why not? Like, give me a Jay Lethal match every other week at least. Like, give me something, whether or not if he can go and he looks totally fucking physically fine, by the way, then just use this guy, man. He's a name. He can work with other dudes. But yeah, if you want to get him in there with Dax Harwood and just have a straight up match, this was good. It was a good match. And Dax just continues to have. I just can't remember a wrestler having like this kind of a. I can't. It's been a while since a guy had
His
this
name was
kind of
Arn
a.
Anderson.
Well, I
Yeah.
would say Dana Bryan has had a year like this. I'm talking like no, well, can you point out an Arn Anderson year? You know what I mean? It's like how we talk about Wyndham having a good 2 years, right, or whatever. And like, there's a
Wyndham
couple
had a
guys that,
good Wyndham had a good 4 years from
yeah,
87 all the way to 91, and then the WWE ruined him. But Arn Anderson from
yeah.
83 all the way to probably 90 was just a beast. That's the thing.
Well, yeah,
You got to,
very
yeah,
consistent, right? But
yeah.
as far as like match of the year, like type, standing out like that kind of thing, I think that's Wyndham. Maybe his run there that was a little more close. Maybe there's some others, Dana Bryan with his WrestleMania run, maybe. Although that was more of a arc. He only had really a few big matches there. You could say fucking Bret Hart, like that end of his WWE run. All his matches were match of the year contenders going for a while. Anyway, very very good stuff. And then the bad booking of however you feel about it, but I feel like this is just weird. You shouldn't do it. Billy Gunn went against his own son. I fast forwarded through that one. I was like, this is weird, and it doesn't do anything for me, and I didn't want to watch it. And undisputed acclaimed made some references to the all hands on deck town meeting that happened or whatever. So the drama, to go into the drama briefly a little bit, the heat against Punk is kind of coming from the fact that Colt Cabana may or may not be fired as a result of Punk being like, I can't work here with that guy, yada yada. And so that's what Hangman Adam Page. Adam Page he started it, is what the word is now. That he started it with his unapproved promo on Punk. So this ineffective champion, and by all means, comparatively to Punk, this rookie compared to him, uh, you know, put his name came out of his mouth unapproved, and he went in on him unapproved and tried to make this big deal out of being held down by the man or whatever. So I don't know what is going on in Adam Page's head. He's just a little too indie-rific in so many respects. But if you really are thinking you got to stick up for Colt Cabana over Punk or whatever, I don't. Business-wise, it doesn't make any fucking sense. You don't need Colt Cabana. He doesn't do anything there. He's in Dark Order. He may be the third man in the Dark Order match coming up or whatever, but I'm tired of the Dark Order. I think it needs to get phased out quietly, politely. Just get rid of it quietly in the night. And I don't know. I don't know whose side to take. I imagine CM Punk is a pain in the ass. Sounds like he's been a pain in the ass in the past. Sounds like he's being a pain in the ass now. But you have another pain in the ass, and his name is John Moxley. Now, John Moxley, if you want to talk about somebody who gets exactly what he wants, no matter what, all the time, we go 1 week ago, this interim world champion top guy being paid somewhere in the neighborhood of rumored $4 million. Fucking year, or is that his full contract? A year? Does John Moxley make $4 million a year, Greg?
I hope not. But I mean, Tony
right
Khan
now.
probably has all that damn money. So
This is insane. Does he make $4 million fucking dollars a year? So yeah, 3-year contract ends in 2022. Okay, So his contract ends. And he has, because he's such a genius of the business, Moxley has burnt bridges, which could be repaired, but I have a feeling the WWE one can't be repaired. I don't know. It doesn't say numbers, but it does say that his contract will be up. Yeah, that's an interesting wrinkle. Sort of. So he's gonna have to renegotiate, and probably then he'll get $6 million a year. That'll make sense. Is Tony Khan? Oh man. Oh man. Anyway,
I
let's
just
just
think
get
I just think how can I put this? If he makes $4
louder.
million a year, that's great for him. Again, I'm never going to be in anybody else's pocket. Like, I don't want to disparage you from getting the money that you feel as though you deserve for whatever you're going to do. But having said that, for $4 million a year, and that's the product that you're putting out, I would say that I would be basically stealing a check at this point.
Well, I would be, so if his contract is up, I would hope that the big mistake, the glaring mistake in his contract, and the way some of these contracts go apparently, is, look, I know you guys aren't on the road, but you can't be going to GCW. Like, what the fuck? Like, you really, I think that Tony Khan does that a little bit because he's in danger. You know how we say this, the wheels are coming off the bus of this thing and it could be over. Well, I think that over for this would be them turning into really just Impact, which they're on the verge of doing right now, in my opinion, because Impact is just a super indie, but it feels like even the fucking Impact dudes are more exclusive to Impact than they are, anywhere else. It's like I don't see Josh, the wrestler guy, Josh Alexander. I don't see him going to GCW and doing a suplex to a guy and having him jerk off while he does it. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's like I don't really. They need to get the exclusivity going in their contracts going forward, and they need to knock off the whole. Because you know what, you're busy enough, Moxley. You're busy enough, dude, and you get paid enough, and we don't need you going out and doing detrimental appearances. But if he doesn't see it as a detrimental appearance to go there, I mean, you listen to the guys on fucking. I cringe when I hear the praise for anything GCW coming off of Wrestling Observer, but I mean, Jeff Jarrett had a match with that Effie guy, and one of the goons on one of Brian Alvarez's goons, I forget which one, was like, "Oh, he was everywhere this year," because Jeff Jarrett just got fired and replaced with Road Dogg for a similar position, and they were like, "Oh, this incredible comeback year," and Jeff Jarrett was involved in every single major promotion this year, including GCW at the GCW Homecoming, and it's like, don't count that. Don't count that. Don't count Jeff Jarrett making a cameo appearance against your shitty wrestler as the equivalent of getting a job with the biggest company in the world. It's not. And there's just a really weird feeling about GCW that is very confusing to me. So anyway, yeah, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Jon Moxley is your undisputed world champion. He went over on CM Punk in the midst of all this controversy. I can't believe this match got booked for Dynamite. It
Yeah,
just
can we talk about
happened.
that real quick? Like, and I'm
Well,
sure
that's the
it's a
crux
point
of
that's
it.
been talked about forever, but like, why was this on TV? There has to be something going on to make the decision. And it wasn't even the main event, right?
No. It was, well, it was a bottom of the hour, going into the next top of the hour kind of thing. So it was a cutoff point main event of sorts. I have to double check where it landed on the actual TV time, but I think it was kind of like co-main event, sort of. Yeah. No, I mean, so the way it's, let's just talk about the storyline of it. The match plays out where, Punk, this is what I got to get into. Punk had a foot injury, correct? And so that's
Yeah.
what was keeping him out. And so within the match, he throws a kick. Now check this out. Go ahead and watch it back. You'll see what I'm talking about. He throws the kick with his right foot. He connects with the right foot. He comes down. He grabs his left foot. So his left foot. Now you could say, oh well, he was twisting, torquing on that foot. That's the foot that he hurt. That part could make sense. However, the commentary team, they all fucked up, all of them. Jim Ross, hey man, he's going through a lot of health problems. He sounds heavily medicated at times. I think Jim Ross should have been off TV for this about a 6-week range right about now. I think they should have cooled him off, given him some time. He's not adding much to the program, and in this case, he was having a hard time fucking telling the story of this foot injury in a way that made sense. Taz spoke about it. He fucked up. He was saying, "Oh, he hit his instep," and the instep would be what he actually the kicking foot. So the right foot, that's not the foot he was selling. So Taz was confused. He was like, "Oh shit, was he supposed to sell on the one that he kicked with or that?" So and then of course Excalibur was like, "The Fibonacci sequence and the Eventually, Excalibur sounds like the Swedish Chef to me, and I just completely zone out on whatever he's saying. I think he can be okay, but he just bothers me in general. They just didn't do a good job of telling the story of the actual injury. John Moxley, I think they did this because there was a shocking upset in the UFC over the past weekend. But this is what we call hot shot. This was hot shotting. No matter how you say it, no matter how you put it, this was hot shotting. They could have honestly done this on the pay-per-view with the same storyline, the same result, and it would have at least mattered a little more. They say this is still going to be the main event, but now the main event of All Out doesn't mean as much, and it's only like a week away. It's
also they are doing this again.
It's not announced.
Oh,
you're gonna be down to the fucking wire, and your main event is not being promoted yet. You should be promoting your main event now. You should be announcing things now. Things are happening off camera. This match was booked off camera. This match was announced off camera. It was like, oh, it's a graphic. They had their scuffle last week, and then they just throw up the graphic, and they're like, this is the match. It's happening. There was no interaction between the two of them. Moxley might have had a promo in the back, yada yada, but there was no like in-ring announcement, or Tony Khan could have come out and said this was happening or something. Yeah, I don't know. This is why they need an authority figure character to do better promotion of their matches. That always helps. That was a great thing about Regal. He'd be like, next week on NXT, Johnny Gargano will be going against Big Ski Fulham Wop in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Because I said so, whatever. You would at least kind of get a little announcement of it, have an opportunity to get a pop. They didn't do any of that. This was as cold as it gets, and then you do this surprising angle thing, and the ratings are just not high enough to even justify doing a hot shot like this. It's just bad for business. It's bad for them. It's a bad decision, and they can do this again, and it's just weird. I don't know why they did it. I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. There's nothing I can add to that. It's just I didn't understand any part of it.
Yeah. And and then there's so many people in the podcasting realm that are in the pocket of AEW, like the way that you're not hearing any negative praise or negative comments on this from Meltzer. You're not getting a straight story. It's really weird. It's like we have a Fox News kind of thing going on with them.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. This last Dynamite was absolutely amazing. You were able to get John Moxley versus CM Punk on regular television. I mean, I haven't seen such great booking like that since I don't know the days of Goldberg and Hulk Hogan. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know why you guys are like shitting on AEW right now. They're providing you with the type of content and entertainment value that you desperately seek for everyday television.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. They just lost a lot of money while doing it.
It was pretty silly. There was a big hot shot right before their pay-per-view. It's just the timing doesn't make any sense. And it's a historically proven mistake on the same freaking, not the exact same network, but the same fucking is a Turner Broadcasting thing. Their contract is coming up. Maybe they wanted to pop a rating. They have this same issue the WCW had, where they were more beholden as a television company. They had to behave like a television company more than a wrestling company that worries about their pay-per-views and their houses and all that stuff. I may go to All Out. It's $80 will get you in with a good seat. There's even better seats for $100. It's not an uber expensive pay-per-view to go to by comparison to some other ones. I just don't. I will pull the trigger, but I might be going by my damn self. Uh, for and I don't know. I don't know. I might go. Man. I might go. But this show would have been fine without this. They would have just had a nice walk off, good Dynamite with, Britt Baker had a match. So you had her come out. She feels like a star. It was a quick match. She went over Kylene King. This was in Cleveland. So that also has to be taken into account. For whatever reason, the people of Cleveland, Ohio, love them some John Moxley, and this was like a hometown match for him. And like CM Punk was getting booed. They loved Moxley here, but I think that kind of skews the perception of it. Of course, it was a soft crowd for Moxley.
Very soft crowd. Like,
oh man,
if you wanna put him over in his hometown, okay, put him over in his hometown. Make it a disqualification or some type of shit where you don't actually get a finish for this match, which makes people want to see this match be finished. Like, you could have done a zillion and one things if you were going to actually do this. Let's say you sat there and said, we're actually going to do this. It's not going to be a promos type of situation. It's not going to be a brouhaha and then we break it up. It's going to be, we're actually going to do this. You could have did anything for the finish that would have sat there and had people like, I can't wait for the fuck pay-per-view. They were like this close to just like tearing the house down, whatever.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do what you did. And number two, if Punk is just coming back and he is your money, put the fucking belt on him. Like, if you're not, if you're smart, put the belt on him. Like, everything about this reeks of Kenny Omega coming back, and the Bucks is like, our best friend's back. Now we're gonna do it. You'll see, Tony. And it's just random bullshit. Like even his goddamn promo was just random bullshit.
Oh,
I didn't know
man. God.
I didn't
and
know
he's
what
doing these off-air things now, and he did one with Will Osprey. We'll get back to that here in a second. But like, yeah, he's been doing these really like. It's because he's just a weird guy, man. Like, Omega's definitely fucking weird.
Well, keep his weird ass off TV because he's not the weird that people want to see. He is not the weird people want to see. There's a certain type of weird.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not good. He's not creating an audience. He's not over. They do have this thing where they really do fucking like. He comes out with an incredible self-assurance. The Bucks do too, but I mean, they just look so self-assured and so like comfortable. Like, they're not being challenged. You can tell. Like, any of their opinion, if they are, then I think that's the source of the friction. I mean, shit, Eddie Kingston got suspended as well. There's just all kinds of like little backstage bullshit going on, but I do think that at the core of it, and the Cody departure showed this as like maybe as a sign that there's just huge wrestling philosophical differences going on, where some guys, there's a chunk of the locker room, honestly, including an Eddie Kingston, right? Just random people who probably praise the Japanese style just way over the United States style. But you're in the United States, guys, so get over it. Get over yourself. To me, that's just immature. Like, that's how I felt when I was like 13 and 14. Like, Japanese wrestling's better, because they're moving faster. and then you learn more and you grow up more, and then you realize what works and what doesn't. So I don't know. Other
Well, can
things
you
on
tell
Dynamite.
Will Ospreay to calm the fuck down then?
Hold on, I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna get to him. But you need to be along for the ride on that one. But listen. So anyway, so Jericho. We'll get there. We'll get there. I just want to go over the Jericho thing very quickly. I think he has accidentally fallen ass backwards into the best thing he's done in AEW. He is going to do a match with Bryan Danielson. I thought that so they did this little like tug of war with Daniel Garcia. They're vying for his heart and soul. Will he be a sports entertainer or a wrestler? And I do think, it's helping out Dana Garcia. It's just that I think it would have been better if it was somebody else in the spot, maybe Ricky Starks. I think this could have been how you could have mixed those two storylines together and also not gone through it so fucking fast and put Ricky Starks in this spot, but he's not in that group or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what you do. But Dana Garcia is fine enough, but he's just small and he's got that Johnny Gargano thing going on for me. But their match was all right last week. It was fine. And then, whatever. It's leading to Jericho versus Dana Bryan, and they're jumping him, but apparently Bryan Danielson is not getting any help from his Blackpool Liver Society. So I don't understand the point of that fucking faction anymore. They did not come out to help him when he got jumped. Like, what's the point of having a faction if you're getting jumped? So there's always some hole somewhere in a lot of their storytelling. And then also the AEW Women's Championship is going to be decided not by Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa, which is disappointing. They're doing now a interim title and a 4-way for that. So I don't know if that's storyline or if Thunder Rosa is really hurt.
Which Tony's going to win, right?
Yeah, but Britt Baker it's going to be great because it's basically and they set this up with the Britt Baker match. Hikaru Yoshida. Am I saying her first name right? Anyway, it's basically it's Jamie Hayter is going to be, it's a 4-way, but you got your Jamie Hayter and your Britt Baker, so they're going to team up right against the baby faces. So it's kind of it's a 2 babyface 2 heel 4-way match. So I think it's actually going to be probably all right. Got some storytelling options there. So Britt Baker could win the title again, is what I'm saying, very easily. So I like the booking on that, even though I think it's a little weird and again really rapid fire booking if it's not because of injury. You know what I mean? If they had to do it because of injury, then okay, good job, good idea. If it's not because of injury, then what the fuck are you doing, dude? And she has a bunch of matches. Again, Thunder Rosa has matches set up for other organizations all over the place. The main event was United Empire against the Death Triangle. What I'll say about this is that I am sold on Will Ospreay. I think that his shit looks better. Like, he did 2 things in this match. He made Rey Fenix his shit looked better than it ever has, which is like a real struggle bus because as you would see, whenever the Lucha Brothers took over this match, I love me some Lucha Brothers for whatever reason, right? But I can't defend them. They always have these herky-jerky pauses. They have things that are way too fake, way too cooperative, way too set up, way too spotty. They botch shit all the fucking time. And they had their little, whenever they took over in this match, they were fucking shit up and botching shit and kind of having weird pauses and bullshit. And whenever it was Will Ospreay or the other Australian dudes or whatever they are in the driver's seat, their shit looked snug, smooth, fast, good, no fuck ups, no hiccups, no nothing. Will Ospreay there's no error in if you're gonna do flippy shit, this is how you fucking do it. He's the best at it. His shit looks so fucking good, man. Like, if you're gonna do it, this is fine. And no, not all flippy shit is created equal. And I think this match displayed that. It showed you sloppy flippy shit with the Lucha Brothers, as they do, versus tight, good, athletic, amazing flippy shit from Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay seems like a guy who is cleverly countering shit with his athleticism. as opposed to I need to flip for no reason. Like everything kind of makes sense when he does it. And those guys just have a lot of impact and it just looks good. But it exposed the not as great work on the other side of this match. So uh that's probably what's gonna happen when they go against the fucking Bucks and Omega. You're gonna see I bet the same thing happens. When the Bucks are in charge, it's gonna look stupid. When these guys are in charge, it's gonna look great. So I don't know. I think that they should just straight up sign Will Ospreay before WWE does because I think that Will Ospreay can be a top guy in the business, and his sounds when he was talking, if you've heard him talk, he sounds like a badass, dude from the Stadies in fucking Britain, and he's got a mean sounded voice, and he could fucking do a promo too. So I don't know. I think the bidding war is for MJF as well as it is for Will Ospreay. I think WWE should sign his ass.
As far as flippy shit though, look how much they haven't done with Ricochet. Like I don't know if the audience for WWE wants that.
Yeah. Well, I think Osprey's like capable of more though. But that's the thing. Here's the difference between Ricochet and Osprey. Osprey again he can be more of a badass. Like he has clotheslines and kicks and slams and shit that they just got more impact. Ricochet is all let me put my ankles around your head and then you'll flippy with me when I flippy. Whereas Osprey's like, yeah, I'm gonna the flippy here, no, flippy out. I know this. I'm not being specific, but I mean, even his fucking finisher, man, is a running, elbow thing to the back of the head. It's just everything has a little more oomph to it, and I think he's physically stronger than Ricochet and shit. So I don't think he's stuck as just flippy guy thing, and I just think he's a good. I look at him like Ultimo Dragon, a little more than say Ricochet or whatever, like way more impactful, and I don't know.
I don't know, man. Give me Joffrey Gargano any day.
Oh my god, I don't want Joffrey Gargano over this.
I know. I want Daniel Ryan versus Joffrey Gargano, and
Whatever.
I want.
Though the good thing that I'm excited about more than Joffrey Gargano,
and I want deflection.
If he stays around, that means that Candice could show up at some point too.
Oh Jesus!
What's wrong with Candice?
I don't know. She weighs 50 pounds.
Her matches are great.
That's like Riho. That's American Riho. What matches of hers are great?
All the stuff in NXT. When she was going for the belt, she never won it, but when she was going for it, when she came out with the Angel stuff and she changed her hair, it was good.
The Angel stuff?
She had the wings or whatever. I don't know what the hell they were.
Oh my god. Let me see. No. She is 5'2".
So was Alexa.
She's 110 pounds.
So was Alexa.
Yes, exactly. And I'm not saying I'm like, sign me up, Johnny, for an Alexa match all the time. I mean, I don't know. They can work it, I guess. But so what? When she's an evil fairy, is that what you're talking about? Her evil fairy gimmick?
I mean, I liked her all the time, but I those are the things that I remember.
I see. She's smiley. Okay, she's got purple hair here. Oh yeah, I remember when they tried making him heel. When they tried making the two smallest people I've ever seen in my life heels. I remember that. Man. Either way, that's fine. Maybe they can come on. Maybe she'll be back. Maybe she'll be there. Who knows? But I'd rather watch Will Ospreay.
Oh God.
Hell yeah, man. I can't believe he's not doing it for you at all. Like you're just now are you sure you're not just being like
No,
are you sure you're not just hating?
I saw clips from the match and I wanted nothing to do with it. All this fucking flips and
see, you gotta you see clips. You're watching clips. opening sequence was the best that Ray Phoenix has looked in one of his fucking opening sequences in a long time. I thought it was a fantastic. You probably saw the clips of the opening sequence with
Yeah,
him and Osprey. That's how you do those lucha starts
but
to matches and stuff, and
but the whole
that was
wrestling is the
strong.
wrestling is a buffet thing. I get it, and I won't say what he does is. I mean, it's impressive, but it's not what I want to see.
Man, I'm telling you, when he is, that's why I'm saying eyeball test wise, his work wise, and I think his voice and potential to be a character wise, I think that he needs to, and I hope he's thinking about this. Get the fuck, it's dude. Now's the time. Like he has like a year or so of this peak incredible athleticism and everything. Get your money now. Go to WWE. If anything, that's the sort of the thing. The side effect of the Triple H being in charge is like, dude, maybe your character won't suck or you won't be misused. That's like the perception, right?
Yeah,
Um, and so, I mean, if Triple H is looking at that, he's got to be thinking, damn, this guy is the high watermark of wrestling athleticism. I just think he's the best actual wrestling athlete in the world right now, as far as what he can do. It's the, like the dude sells in amazing ways too. Like I was saying in our text, where it's like, the best guy in the business is the guy that sells really cool as well. It's not just the offense. It's like that's what Flair and David back in the day, Dave Taylor and all that. They came up with, the corner bump thing where you flip over. That's the Dave Taylor spot. Um, and or am I saying it was Dave? Dave? No, which one? Damn it, Ray Stevens. Sorry, the Ray Stevens spot. So that's the Ray Stevens spot. I just think, yeah, guys are able to do cool bumps too. Uh, those guys are money, man. That's him. I just think that if he was used right, he could be a top guy. So, so anyway, but he's in Japan or wherever,
I'm
and
just
all these people have titles.
I'm just gonna tell you this as we close out.
Yeah.
I like me some Randy Flair and some Rick Orton matches, and I I mean he's been butchering names all damn day.
yeah.
Bro, I
Oh,
have.
oh God. Okay. Yeah. But no, seriously, I just think this we always say wheels coming off the bus, wheels coming off the bus for Tony Khan AEW, and they're probably always sitting back like, oh, look at the fucking smart marks thinking the wheels are coming off the bus. This is all planned and blah blah blah. Well, no, to a certain degree, you're a smart mark with a bunch of money that actually got a wrestling organization. If we all had a bunch of money and tried to do the same thing, we probably look exactly the same way as you right now because you're doing shit that just you probably shouldn't be doing, and you have people in your ear that you probably shouldn't be listening to. And let's just call it for what it is. The Bucks aren't the end all be all tag team wrestling, and they're not the end all be all of wrestling in general. So for them to have the spots that they do, you might be setting yourself up for failure a little bit down the road here. So I don't know how to fix that, and obviously I don't work for that company, so I can't fix that, but I can critique it as a fan of wrestling and as a person on the podcast giving an analysis of what I'm actually seeing on a week by week basis. And I'm just going to tell you right now, your program is shit right now. Something's got to give.
Ooh.
Oh.
I mean, it
And
has been bad. It has been bad. They've had, I'll call it three good overall dynamites in the last 2 months. That's all I
something's
can
got to
say.
give. Yeah,
I
something's got
mean,
to give.
there's been a match here or there, of course, but I mean, and then when I think about what makes a good dynamite, well, you gotta have your FTR there. um, you gotta not have too much Jericho. It seems you can't avoid a little Jericho, but
You need
this
the
to me
lion
was at
heart,
least
Chris Jericho. That's what you need.
I didn't like that match when they did that shit. But I think you need a little less Moxley here, add a little more FTR there. I don't know. It's staring you right in the face, but like I said, this he's hired some people to take care of some roles and whatnot, but he definitely needs writers. And Jeff Jarrett is now available. He kind of needed Road Dogg. It's so ironic. Road Dogg was on. It was a really good long podcast with the Keeping It 100 guys, just talking about all the issues, and they recorded it like the day before he got the job with WWE, like the day before, and they're
Yeah.
talking about all the shit that he would do. And they asked him, "Can you go back there? Because Hunter's there now." And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I could go back." And then it was like you're just listening to all of his ideas about AEW, and you're like, "This guy could help you fix it. You should hire him." Oh shit, you can't. It's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
he was going around a bunch of podcasts and a bunch of
Yeah.
Sirius XM shows and basically trying to interview for a job. But that's fine. I don't knock him for that. I'm just saying,
Hell no.
they had a shot, and now the WWE has got him back, so they're going to benefit from something that Tony Khan could have definitely used. I mean, I'm looking at just the past 2-3 years, and in the grand scheme, in the whole, what everybody thought was going to happen didn't quite actually happen. So if the way it looks is you got all these people. I mean, where the fuck is the Big Show? I mean, Mark Henry is being used the way he's being used. Okay, and that's great, and that might be what he wants to do. But look at Dustin. Like everybody that could sit here and help push you along and mold your locker room in the back is kind of just coasting right now, trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, you got Sting in a prime spot, but Sting is like 65 years old. Like, he never really thought at 65 years old that he would be the made man in a wrestling organization. So, like, everything is ass backwards right now. Like, you just have to like slow down, hit a little reset button or whatever, take a breather, take a beat, and then go, okay, here's our focuses. Our focuses are CM Punk. Our focus is to sit here and sit down with MJF and fix whatever the fuck that is. Our focus is to sit here and have Wardlow up. Our focus is to have Hobbs up. And then all these guys can be the entertainment in the middle. This is all the appetizers for the main steak dinner here. That's what you can be. And then if the appetizers get great and everybody's like, you know what, I want one of those fucking blooming onions. Boom. Market those some bitches. But until then, don't shove them down everybody's throat. Don't sit there and make everybody feel like they are just stupid and dumb and don't know what they're talking about because they don't like the appetizers you're trying to shove down their throat while they wait on the goddamn main course meal. Literally learn how to do the damn business. But, what do we know? I've just been watching it for 30
Well,
years.
and they could totally, jock the format of Nitro and with their kind of roster and put all those, start it off hot with one of those. Like, I mean, even I remember Road Dogg was talking about it. He was like, we would give him a video game match, every now and again. Like, go ahead, give him the video game match, maybe just to start the show. Give him your high energy, light selling, whatever. If you want, but it's fine. If you're gonna have cruiserweights doing that kind of shit, go ahead and do it. Then your big guys and your main character guys can do the real stuff later, and it kind of works. Imagine WCW with good main events, like a Nitro era where the main event didn't take a shit every time. Imagine this world. And yeah, where the 38-year-old guys wrestling at the end didn't look like, two dead corpses sweating on each other.
Wow. And on that note, I don't know where we could go from there. So this episode went actually a little bit longer than what I thought it was going to do. Because we just didn't think AEW was that noteworthy, but silly me. But join us next week. We'll figure out what the hell we want to talk about. We don't want to tell you because usually when we tell you, we don't talk about that exact thing anyway. And so we're just gonna fucking like pull the shit out of a hat and be like, oh, this is what we're doing. And
well, I think next week we were changing formats entirely, right? We're going to start talking about our favorite presidents.
Yeah, mine is Zachary Gargano and Stung. Those are my two.
just let's just do history where we misname everyone.
I like the mortician myself, but that's different, I guess. So yeah, join us next week. We'll figure out what the hell we're going to talk about. We are the Fabulous Threebirds, and yeah, this is gonna be. Hey, you know what? Coming up right after this, after I sign off, stay, please stay, because then you get to hear Julian rant about how his microphone does not work. It's great.
Oh,
it's
God.
right before we went on the air for this show. So please stay and enjoy the ride. As always, Grant, you know what? Tell them what to do.
Yeah, Day, don't
My
forget to come
God.
back. He always has a problem with his headphones.
The Bluetooth ones or the other?
Both.
Screwed, I guess.
The-
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
What the fuck? Hold on. Hello, man. I can't hear anything you guys are saying at all.
Wow.
Like at all. It's kind of goddamn ridiculous. Dead. This is fucking dead. This motherfucker. Why can't you just hear it through the fucking speakers, man? Go ahead. Say something.
We are talking.
No, I can't hear you guys. Can't hear you at all. Hard to do a fucking podcast when I can't hear what anyone else is fucking saying. What the fuck is going? Go ahead. Go again.
We are talking.
Everything's up.
We are talking.
I have it set to speaker. Can't hear you.
We're talking.
Can't hear you. What the fuck is going on? Hello. Hello.
Why are you
Oh, there you are.
yelling? Why is he yelling? Why does he yell? Mike,
Do it.
Hello.
why
Oh,
is he yelling into the mic?
motherfucker.
Well, if we can keep this going for another hour, can you just post this as an episode?
I surely can. And we just talk about
This is
Raw
a
in
mic.
between. Actually, we could do this.
What? Just have an episode, and every once in a while he yells "motherfucker."
Yes. Yes.
Is this thing dead? Is this fucking thing dead?
I don't know. We can't tell you because you can't hear us.
Wait. So, all right. I'm sitting here watching Raw right now, right?
Oh, you can work all of a sudden. Testing. Oh my god.
He can.
Now I can hear me. Sounds like absolute complete fucking ass. I can't hear you. All I'm hearing is my own
Seriously, it would be
horrible reverb right now. Fuck it. Doing it by the fucking phone. Hello. No. I just tried joining with the phone and I couldn't hear you guys. I was completely bypassed all this shit. Could not hear you.
On the phone?
Can't hear you now. Can't hear shit. Just unbelievable. Can't even hear you guys through my own fucking speakers. I'm gonna go with speaker. Real tech. Do it again. No. Not hearing you guys on any devices. Let me close every single. Greg, I even just tried calling you, and apparently phone calling you doesn't work because you didn't answer. I'm just gonna do it with my phone again.
Why are you?
But this
You
is
gotta-
crazy.
You got to keep that.
None
in
of this
too,
should
Greg.
be doing this. It's
Uh-huh.
I did not change anything. I've set this here all week.
Dude, we have to keep. I don't know how I'm gonna split this up. Like, I don't know what do I do here?
You just you have him you talk about Raw like you did, and then have him cut in, and then fuck it, I'm gonna do it with the phone, and then give it like a second,
Yeah.
and then just put in what he just said.
Oh my god. So now he's back on the phone.
Yeah, I'm back on the phone. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
But you can hear us.
I love spending money on something that fucking sucks. I know that. That's really cool. I hate this fucking stupid thing. I hate it. I hate my fucking soundboard. All right, let's channel all that hate.
Yes, we're talking now.
Oh, I don't need no dead air on this goddamn shitty shit. I could try it again. Do I sound all right? I definitely don't sound as good as I did with the fucking microphone that I bought. Let me try one thing so I can at least. Let's try this. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, let's go.